What is going on, guys? Miles here, and in this video we'll be taking a look at all of the weapon changes which are going to be made in Black Ops 4 multiplayer with the addition of the new Grand Heist event. As a warning, there are a lot of changes in this patch, so I'm not gonna share my thoughts on a lot of them, and I'm just gonna go over them so that the video doesn't drag out forever. So let's get straight into it. Starting off with the assault rifles. For the ICR, this weapon is getting buffed, but only for the PC version of the game, as they are reducing the aim down sight sway, and they're also increasing the hip fire accuracy of this weapon. Not huge changes, but maybe it'll make it a little bit better compared to the other assault rifles. The Rampart 17 is getting a small buff on consoles, as its max damage range will be increased from 37.6 yards to 41.6 yards, so that is a very small change. It is only like 10% or something like that, but on PC it is also getting a few extra buffs, as it is also getting improved aim down sight sway as well as improved hip fire accuracy, similar to the ICR. The KN57 will also be getting those two buffs for PC only. Alongside this, its max damage range is being increased from 15.2 to 17.3 yards, so very small buffs for those assault rifles. The Vapor XKG is getting a few buffs as well, as its 5-hit kill range is being increased from 34.7 to 50 yards, which is actually a pretty significant increase. That's about 50% extra range, and the weapon will also have reduced aim down sight sway. And the only assault rifle which is getting nerfed is the Maddox, and it is going to receive quite a lot of nerfs. It has reduced recoil stability for the first 5 shots in the bullet pattern. The Echo Fire Operator mod, however, will have improved recoil stability. The Quick Draw attachment is going to be nerfed, as well as the Quick Draw 2 attachment. The stock attachment is going to be nerfed, as well as the ELO sight, so a lot of attachments are getting nerfed for this weapon, but the Echo Fire Operator mod is receiving a few buffs. As for a console only change for the Maddox, they're reducing the max damage range from 23.6 yards to 20.8 yards, and on PC only, they are improving the aim down sight sway and the hip fire accuracy for this weapon. Moving on to submachine guns, as for the MX9, the 5-hit kill range is being increased from 5.5 to 7.6 yards, and the time it takes to aim down sights on this weapon is being reduced as well. The GKS is seeing a buff, as its 5-hit kill range is being increased from 2.7 to 5.5 yards, and this honestly blew my mind. I couldn't believe the GKS was getting buffed again, because this weapon, in my opinion, is by far the best in hardcore, and they are increasing the 5-hit kill range, which is useful for hardcore as well, so this weapon is going to be an absolute monster in hardcore after this update. Moving on to the Spitfire, this weapon is seeing quite a few nerfs in the coming patch. Its max damage range is being reduced from 9.7 yards to 7.6 yards. The stock attachment, the extended mags attachment, as well as fast mags, all of those attachments are being nerfed specifically for this weapon, and on PC as well it has another nerf which will be reduced hip fire accuracy. The Cordite will be seeing some nerfs, as well as the belt-fed operator mod is going to have an increased cooldown when the weapon overheats. The grip attachment is going to be nerfed for this weapon, and for PC only there is going to be reduced hip fire accuracy as well. As for the Sorg 9mm, this weapon is seeing a lot of nerfs as well, as it now has reduced sprint out speed as well as reduced base movement speed, meaning it will now match all the other SMGs in the game. The stock attachment, the stock 2 attachment, as well as grip are all being nerfed for this weapon. On PC, the weapon is going to have reduced hip fire accuracy, and for console only, the dual operator mod is going to be nerfed, as there will be reduced hip fire accuracy, and the max damage range will be reduced from 11.1 yards to 8.3 yards. Finally, the 3XB SMG is going to receive a few small buffs, as its max damage range is being increased from 6.9 to 9 yards, and on PC only, the weapon will see improved hip fire accuracy. As for some of the tactical rifles, the Auger DMR is going to have improved aim down sights movement speed, improved firing speed, and as for the double tap operator mod, they're going to improve the firing time in between shots. As for the ABR, this weapon is going to have an improved aim down sights movement speed, as well as an improved sprint out speed, which I find to be quite interesting, because I feel like this weapon can be really good, and maybe these few buffs will push it over the edge and make this a great weapon. For the Swordfish, this weapon has improved aim down sight's movement speed as well. The Quick Draw 2 attachment is being buffed for this weapon, and for PC only they are improving the burst delay, which will allow for a faster fire rate. Moving on to the light machine guns, the Titan will be seeing some nerfs as they are reducing the flinch resistance when you get hit. The max damage of the weapon is going from 46 to 38, which is actually a pretty significant change. And finally, the stock attachment is going to be nerfed for this weapon as well. The Hades LMG will see a small nerf, but only for the PC version of the game, as the crossbar operator mod is going to have reduced accuracy. Moving on to sniper rifles, the Paladin is seeing a buff, but only for the PC version of the game, as they are improving the rechamber speed to make it equal to the console versions of the game. For the Outlaw, they're increasing the rate of fire for console only. For PC, they are improving the quick draw attachment, but they are reducing the fire rate for the bolt cylinder operator mod, and they are also fixing a bug for this weapon where you would deal increased damage if you shot someone in the neck with a specific optic only on the PC version of the game. Sounds like a pretty weird bug, but I guess it's good to see it fixed. Lastly, for the Koshka, they are improving the aim down sight sway for this weapon. For the console version of the game, they are buffing the Quick Draw 2 attachment, and for PC they are improving the rechamber speed to make it equal to the console version of the game. As for the pistols, the RK7 Garrison is seeing a buff as its damage ranges are being improved all round, which is nice to see because I'm pretty sure that was the worst weapon in the game prior to this update. And finally, we have the shotguns. For the Mod 12, the Dragon's Breath operator mod is being changed a bit. Rather than dealing damage over time, it's going to deal one quick blast of fire damage, meaning it will improve the chance of getting a one-shot kill when you use this operator mod. The max damage range of the Mod 12 is being improved from 3.75 to 4.1 yards, and they are also buffing the quick draw attachment for this weapon. For console only, they are buffing the barrel choke attachment as well. And the last weapon change is going to be for the SG-12, as they are going to nerf the strobe light operator mod, which I'm happy to see because that attachment thing is just so anti-fun, it's really annoying to play against. Moving on to some changes being made to specialist characters, the Prophet Seeker mine is going to have reduced hit points, meaning you can now one-shot the drone, which I'm really happy to see. And also they are reducing the detection range of this drone when you're using cold-blooded. Ajax's 9-bang is seeing a few nerfs as they are reducing the visual opacity when you get flashed by a 9-bang. Players will no longer raise their hand if they're flashed by a 9-bang and they have the tactical mask perk equipped. And finally, you can now change your stance when you are flashed by a 9-bang. As for equipment, the frag grenade is going to have its damage increased, which I'm happy to see because I feel like equipment are really bad in the game right now, mainly because it's not worth spending a point on them. The concussion grenade will now allow players to stun themselves, which is a weird nerf to the grenade actually, but it does make sense that it would do so. And you will also not raise your hand if you're affected by a concussion if you have the tactical mask perk equipped, similar to the 9-bang. The detection range of the acoustic sensor is being nerfed regardless of whether enemies are using dead silence or not. The tactical mask perk is being changed as you will now recover faster when hit by a tempest, however it won't provide any fire or radiation resistance. But that fire and radiation resistance is going to be now available on the flak jacket perk rather than tac mask, and also for cold-blooded they are reducing the range which an enemy seeker can detect the player, like I mentioned earlier. And the final thing to look at are the Scorestreaks. The lightning strike is being buffed as they are reducing the delay between targeting and the jets arriving. The sentry gun is going to have improved damage. The AI will be improved for the sentry gun, and it will also be able to detect people from a 360-degree radius. The drone squad is going to have improved damage. The sniper's nest will take one extra rocket to destroy. The mantis will have an improved explosive damage radius. The thresher chain gun explosive radius and damage is going to be improved, and the health of the thresher is going to be improved a bit as well, so that you can't shoot it down as easily if you're using FMJ2. Finally, the strike team awareness radius is going to be increased a bit, and they're also going to improve the health regeneration of the strike team members. characters. And the final change being made to Scorestreaks is a great one in my opinion, as now if Scorestreaks kill a teammate in hardcore, it will not contribute to the kick limit, which is an absolutely amazing change. So there we have it, they are all of the changes which are going to be made to the weapons, with the addition of the Grand Heist event on Tuesday for Call of Duty Black Ops 4 multiplayer. Hopefully you guys found this video useful. If you did, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more, but I'll see you guys in another video.